Desperate times for Blackburn Rovers as they turn to the kitchen sink. What am I talking about? I'll tell you all about it next. That's right, folks, back once again with another video today. It's all about Blackburn Rovers and the latest transfer rumour. That's right, as Rovers try to strengthen the back line. What am I talking about? Well, I'll tell you all about it in a second. If you knew where you've been, smash your subscribe button. You want to shop for Blackburn Rovers, Championship, World Football, transfer deals. We got it all here under one rooski. That's right, Blackburn Rovers turning to the kitchen sink. What am I talking about? I'm talking about Liam Kitching of Coventry. Who is he? Well, I'll tell you in a second. Of course, if you knew where you've been, smash your subscribe. Big shout out to the members. You know who you are. And a big shout out to the patrons. You know who you are. But anyway, let's take a look at it. It is a bubbling story. Not too much to sink your teeth into now, but reliable journalist Elliot Jackson has revealed an exclusive as Rovers have held talks with Coventry City over a deal for Liam Kitching. Any move remains in the balance after he played 90 minutes at Norwich last week. So it is active, it's live, it is all that kind of goodness, but who the heck is Liam bloody Kitching? Well, I'll tell you, this is the story of Liam Kitching. Here he is, of course, currently on the books of Coventry City. He is 25 years of age. He is a left-footed centre-back of good, ripe, pure age. That's coming out, what sounds a little bit weird, but yeah, there he is. They're coming on the books of Coventry. His contract does expire in 2027. He's featured 8 times for Coventry, who are now under Frank Lampard. He's got 1 yellow card, 1 assist. He's been in the starting 11 around about 27% of the time, and he can play either of the centre-back positions, but most importantly, specifically right here, right now, he can't play left back. That's right. Of course, no way near any chance this deal happens between now and FA Cup time. But it is definitely something that would provide a bit more versatility at the back, a bit more options, a bit more stuff like that. Let's take a closer look at him as over the course of his career. He has played further up the field on occasion, left side midfield, so wing back perhaps, centre back by 162 times, chipping in with 5 goals as well, 9 assists, and also at left back, also chipping in for some goals as well. He has also featured for Barnsley, he was on the books at Leeds for a time, the Vegans, Harriet Town as well. So he's had a whole plethora of experience with the top level being the Championship. Is also featured in the Championship playoff, where Coventry were a little bit hard done by in that one. So, you know, he is experienced, even though he's still a bambino at 25 years of age. So there's a good chunk of a player there left. And I don't see it as I don't see this move as a filler. I don't think he's there to be as a cameo. I do think he would have eyes on the prize, and that prize will be a starting position here. So, you know, you think about, we were linked with that Tyler Binden fella at Reading, who's a much younger player. This guy is ready-made to come straight in, compete for all that centre-back spot, but also offer a bit more breathing space at the back. And that is an area we are lacking right now. Of course, Harry Pickering and Owen Beck typically, when all well said and good, will compete for that spot, and that's good. But Pickering is out. We're now forced to play Owen Beck for a good chunk of season. I tried to make my own start 11 for the FA Cup, and I couldn't find somebody else to comfortably fill that void without overusing a Callum Britton. Maybe we saw it under JDT operating as a left inverted fullback horse shit. Not a fan of that. I like my fullbacks to be left back, left-footed, right back, right-footed. I'm old school. I'm a traditionalist, and this is him. He fits that mold, but he also can fit in the defensive central pairing if McFadzean, or not McFadzean, sorry, Dom Hyam is out, or Danny Bart's out. We can play him as that. And I think that, of course, that is his bread and butter as well. He is a centre-back, but definitely gives us options at left-back. Of course, Danny Bart ain't getting any younger. Dom Hyam knows this guy as well. There seems to be a bit of a commentary reunion with McFadzean, Dom Hyam. This would be the three amigos from Coventry. That's what we're going to call them now if this deal happens. Still a long way away. It's just kind of maybe a poke. But let's take a closer look at him anyway. This is his stats over the course of the season. Played 8 times, started 7 of those, averaging 75 minutes per match. No goals, but, basic stats. He's not getting enough game time as he'd hoped, of course. He's got 1 assist, though, thus far in those 8 games. 1 clean sheet as well as a centre-back. And of course, no red cards, 1 yellow card. His heat map looks like this. Prefers to come down the left-hand side, as you would imagine, being a left-footed centre-back and a left-back by trade. Well, he does remind me of this guy, Scotty Wharton. So let's take a closer look at these two as a competing duo. And, does this put the writing on the wall for Scotty Wharton? I don't think so. I think we do need when I'm just kind of bringing this to my forefront because I just did the preview for the Middlesbrough game. Middlesbrough have depth all over the place. We have some depth. Better depth than we had in recent times, but usually we're clutching at youth. And I get it. I know that blueprint, that model was ultimately didn't work out. But when the pinch comes now, we don't really have backup. So I'm not saying Kitching is going to be a backup. I think he can definitely have an argument to say, get me in this squad, coach. But Scotty Wharton is the like for like in my eyes. Let's take a look at them under the microscope then, shall we? He is valued a little bit more than that of Scotty Wharton. He's a couple of years younger as well. A little bit taller than that of Scotty Wharton. So already looking good. And he does have that bit more versatility than Scotty Wharton does as well. Can play more often than not on the left-hand side. I think Scotty Wharton can play at left back, but you wouldn't really want to put your money on it because he's not that experience in that department. So a lot more versatility, a lot more of an asset that he could be because he's definitely got 5, 6, 7 years of professional football ahead of him. Scotty Wharton, a little bit older, a bit injury prone right now. And really, I haven't seen the best out of Scotty Wharton. There's been moments, of course, he's a local lad and we need that sort of fight. Let's take a look at the stats then. Now, I'm thinking the blue is a Kitching on this one. So the blue numbers is Kitching, the green is Scotty Wharton. I think. I'm trying to think. Well, either way, they are very, very similar stuff. Some, like the blue is advanced in certain areas, for example, tackling and technique. Whereas the green is more leading in the likes of attacking and creativity. So, very similar stats along the board, but, definitely a good player in that Liam Kitching. Let's take a look then at the valuations of the two players. Of course, Scotty Wharton's never really peaked beyond 2.5 million, whereas Kitching has, since his move from Barnsley, has gone over the 3 million bracket and now close to the 4 million bracket as well. So it would be a good asset definitely for the championship. And if you look at the stats then, very similar amount of game time. Scotty Wharton maybe about 20 games more than that of Liam Kitching, but of course he has been on the injury table a bit of time. He has got 20 more games as well in the championship and has 23 goals. Bloody hell. I did not say what. Hey, bloody Scotty Wharton, and respect to your game. I did not know that you had 23 goals in your locker. Well done, you. But of course, they come in all competitions, all shapes and sizes. So, yeah, don't get me wrong. This is a no-brainer because it is one of those players that, he has the championship experience. It all comes down to how are we packaging this deal? Are we selling something? Do we have the money? I know we are desperate. We are desperate for some attacking flavour at Blackburn Rovers. So this is, it's a wise move. It is a wise move, but realistically, if we have a little shopping list, a defender is probably not on the top of our lips. But it's, attacker is what we're all after. And when I say all, I mean the whole of the championship. Every championship club is looking for that number 9, that striker, etc., etc. This could be a very good bit of business for Rovers if we were to get the numbers right and bringing him in. He's not a blasé player. He's not somebody that's, an ego. He seems like a good, solid player that can just slot in, provide cover for left back in situations that we find ourselves in right here, right now, but also provide competition for the Dom Hyams of this world, and of course, possible early door replacement for Danny Bart, because as fantastic as Danny Bart's been, you know, he is living in the golden years of his career, and as much as we want to all be Father Time and squeeze another couple of good years out of him, time does catch up with the best of us. I'm a prime example of that. I know I look like I'm 21 years old. I know you guys think I am, but I'm not. And when I have to get on my hands and knees, not for anything dodge, just for working around like on the house, scraping on the floor and that, I feel it. Danny Bart must be feeling it, because he's an old trooper, and he's been Player of the Year standard, and I would say he's in that conversation, but he ain't going to be this dominant for very long. So we've got to strike while the iron's hot, and this could be a great opportunity. I'm hoping it's the start of some serious moves in the transfer market. And as John Eustace says, we are looking for quality. I think Kitching is a bit of a quality. So I'm all about this move. Let me know your thoughts and opinions about this. Of course, it isn't only just scratching the surface. I'm excited about the prospect of Kitching Sink being in the Blackburn Rovers shirt. I think it weakens our opponents in Coventry, and I think it definitely strengthens Blackburn Rovers moving forward. Let me know your thoughts down below. I'll see you soon. Until the next one, I'm out of here.